Outside of cooldown punish, which we covered in the last video, there are many other times where it might be beneficial to contest enemy space to set up a trade-in lane. The first of these is moving forward when an opponent's about to last hit a minion, which I call the trading stance. The most important part of the trading stance is going forward early enough and far enough to be ready to trade when the opponent's about to last hit. The reason why this is such an effective strategy is because you know exactly where the opponent's going to be standing and when they're going to be standing there, which makes landing skill shots easy. In this example, Uzi is playing Caitlyn into Reckless on Sivir, which is a good matchup for Caitlyn due to the 150 range advantage. He knows Reckless wants this minion, so he uses his first trading stance to bait out Sivir Q, and now after queuing, moves onto bottom side towards the dying minions. He uses the second trading stance with these minions to get an additional 2 orders off, knowing that Sivir Q is down, and knowing that Nautilus level W and cannot engage. Even if your intent is correct and you identify the right opportunities, if your trade execution is poor, it can result in a losing trade. So let's cover some of the things you need to think about. So there are 2 general lane positions that you want to trade from, either behind the minion, so for example against Zoe, Ahri, Ezreal, Morgana, and Hook champions, or away from the minion, which is most of the other champions. The reason why you want to trade away from the minions in most cases is because you don't want to give an opportunity for the opponent to both get the CS and hit you with a spell. However, against champions with linear blockable skill shots, such as Ezreal or Morgana or Hook champions, it's better an idea to trade from behind the minions in order to avoid getting hit. When you contest an opponent's space, they're very likely to throw a spell. When you commit to the trade, be ready to dodge more spells, because even if you've baited some with your initial space contest, they won't have used all of them. Since I'm contesting his space, he's going to throw a spell, so I make sure to dodge it immediately. I dodge the E, get a short positive trade, and back off before he can retaliate. When you're doing short, clean trades, especially with auto attacks that draw minion aggro, it's generally a good idea to drop aggro by immediately walking back. This is for 2 reasons. Firstly, of course you want to drop the minion aggro. But secondly, you want to limit retaliation while you're on cooldown and they're looking to punish you. In this clip, Ruler spots an opportunity to trade when Jhin is out of mana and his auto attack is down. There will be many times when it's pretty tempting to just go for one more auto, but after trading there will be minion aggro and a window for the opponent to retaliate, so you want to make that as small as possible. Just as there are times to use trading stance, there are times to avoid it. The first is if there's a jungle gank timing on your lane. Junglers are usually waiting for an aggressive action from laners to pounce, so always have a plan for how you're going to deal with this before you initiate a trade. The second is if taking too much minion damage will cause you to lose the trade. In early levels, minions tend to deal more damage than champions, so you need to be careful. Respect the minions, but don't let it be a mental block if there's an opportunity for a good trade. The third is if you're in a losing matchup and you'll lose when you try to trade. There's a different approach to losing lanes, and I'll cover that in another video. So thanks for watching. In the next video, I'm going to talk about when to go forward on trades rather than retreating, and some tips for all in. Give the video a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.